Up, Katari? I'm doing good, man. Gonna get Ryu to master rank today. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Lucid Vitality. Also, uh Fatal Fury dropped the Mr. Big trailer finally, so we're gonna check that out. And also, Tom dropped a pretty nice video on MK Daily Alliance. We might check that out too. What's playing right now is Ending Walker versus Angry Bird. I basically just been watching matches to steal their gameplay. Mostly a combo stuff. You know why I didn't like it when it first came out? Because Liu Kang, they killed Liu Kang, and I was a Liu Kang player back then, and Cabal player, and neither one of those characters were there. Good day, Rig. Yeah, I wasn't a super big Lao fan back then, so like I couldn't connect with the game because I didn't have a character to connect to it with. You know what? I just found the replay I need to watch. I need to see how to play this match. Say you don't hate the characters, mostly just a ball. Oh, Devora. White ball late. Oh, Chronica. Damn, he jabbed her out of that. He parried both fans and then DP'd her. Quick scroll. Honestly, Edgy OS, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's been like that for me with every character. Bison, Sagat, Ken, Dowson. Who else did I get master rank? Kuma. Dang it, it's loading. driving pack and he was ready for it. Okay, let's watch this this Mr. Big trailer. I haven't seen it. I haven't watched it at all on purpose so I can just be cold turkey on it. Let's get in here. This is the final DLC of the season 1 pass.
Having a fight here, huh? Well, this sucks for the both of us.
Wait, hold on. Why is it loading like that? All right, let me close this game. So he got like those are nightsticks.
I know the city like the back of my hand. Right then, it's about time you and me got to work. Ready to knock some heads? Let's wrap this up.
They electrocute you with the nightsticks.
Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
A Nightwing model, Mr. Big. He's not what I expected him to be, but then again, I just realized how much I've not looked at his character model. I didn't even notice that he was holding sticks this entire time. Or in whatever they were showing him in before. I thought he was going to be like a big grappler character or something. Let's watch this again.
Having a fight here, huh? Well, this sucks for the both of us.
So he can come off an overhead. He's got like a fly.
I know the city like the back of my hand.
That stage looks cool.
Right then, it's about time you and me got to work. Ready to knock some heads? Let's wrap this up. Fatal Fury. City of the Wolves.
Comment saying, what an art of fighting rep. Oh, that's his stage, the factory stage. And then I don't know, you guys saw this. Was the 34th anniversary celebration trailer? the lobbies are working. Mark of the Wolves. Wait, no. Looks tight. I like the animation. And also, I noticed it was double. The Japanese version was playing at the same time for some reason. At the same time. I don't know.
So it's that time of year again.
That was weird. Yeah. Tom's his Deadly Alliance video. The most underrated MK game ever.
Everyone, MK Tom Brady here. So in this video, I want to talk about Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. I'm not going to go over every little detail on this game as it would take me quite a while, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of
My bad.
things in this game to really talk about what made this game so great. And I've got Sonya on the screen here, and she's a great example of, like, you know, to talk about like some of the good things in this game. So you'll notice right away that
Look at the movement
in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance is very fluid. You don't have, like, even like in the modern NRS
like
games,
this is how the
the
modern MK games
transition
should
from
look. I mean, in
walking
play
forward to
in
backwards
terms of
and vice
the
versa
movement.
is not very smooth. And it's something that many people have highlighted in Mortal Kombat games. Well, this game does not have that. This game has got a very smooth transition. Some characters kind of walk faster than others. Obviously, some sidestep better than others. That's typical in 3D games. But what is really consistent in this game is the overall movement.
Honestly,
Now, when I
they could
mentioned that this
really
game
like
was
bring the
played by
series back
Tekken
in a big
players,
way
you know, a lot of
by
Tekken
making it
players
like this.
back then, you can kind of see why. They share some similar things, such as like a Korean backdash in this game. So when I watched the MK meta video again from Ketchup and Mustard, just to kind of refresh my memory to how people thought this game was played. And I saw them talking about, like, hey, look, sidestep is faster. You can do this.
MK vs
And
DC
even
is
like some
okay
version
until
like
you
forward,
start doing breaker combos, and
and
it's kind
movement
of
in general,
corny.
like backdashing and forward movement, and backward movement. Nobody did this. Like,
I
this
mean,
is
I
not.
wouldn't be like
This is not
what I like the
something you
most
want
about
to do
MK vs
because
DC is the pro moves.
occasionally you can
I
do it.
feel
Like, a
like they
character
should have kept
Raito
those.
has to do it because of how slow his sidestep is when he's in Drunken Fist. But overall, most people just wanted to move and they wanted to sidestep. They didn't want to, you know, sidestep and tap block. The movement is very fluid in this game, so there really is no need to try to use block to try to buffer something like a block dash, you know, like you do in modern NRS games. the movement is just very, very fluid. And stuff like this is more common in like Deception and Armageddon. It's not very common in Deadly Alliance at all. So when you backdash, you are not able to do anything until your backdash has completed. I can't do an attack. I can't uh, walk forward. Nothing. But when I'm like doing something like this, I can stick my attack out immediately. So I don't have that. And so if I want to back away and then walk forward, I didn't want to back
Yeah,
away.
I
That
want
works
all
too.
pro
It
moves
is,
to be
but
just frames.
I can, take 2 steps back and come in forward right away. And this is very important to be able to do this.
I feel like all the
Again, like if
MK
I'm doing
characters had
this
cool special moves in
and
that
something
game.
whiffs, I can't whiff punish it right away. But if I'm just doing something like this, then I can immediately do it. So backdash is used for positioning, as far as like getting away. I shouldn't even say positioning. Backdash is just kind of used as like, hey, I'm gonna maneuver away from you. So you can use it, and it is important to use at times, but a lot of times you just want to kind of do this. And this is, again, it's not rocket science. If you tap it, just it's canceling a backwalk with a backwalk. So if you tap it too slow, you don't get it. You tap it too
What's up,
fast,
John?
this. You tap it just right, you're able to get it
The
properly.
movement looks like Tekken.
And again, I'm not trying to pretend like it's this advanced mechanic, like, oh my God, the execution. It just takes a little bit of practice, but the most important thing is knowing when to do it and how to control it. So that's why. Uh, Next, there's
Yeah, I don't like
jump
Shang's like
canceling.
Karate Kid
So
ass
in this game, jump canceling is
stance.
canceling a jumping attack with a normal. So, for example, there's her standard three. I'm grounded, and if I do it with a jump cancel, I get a slightly a little bit more range. Now, some attacks gain more range than others. With this, Taekwondo 3 gains slightly more range, where some other attacks gain a crap ton of more range. And this is just a way to extend your range on your normals. There are some players that used to jump cancel every single normal they did. So if they're throwing out a normal, it's going to be jump canceled for the extra range. And obviously, if they have more range, they're able to do attacks. And if you're not going to jump cancel back, so in a Sonya mirror, if two of you are doing Taekwondo 3 and one of you are jump canceling, one is going to have a little bit more range than the other. Okay, so then there's, I mean, I don't want to go through all the characters here. But jump canceling, certain moves can also have the animation shortened. Like Jax has a life up, and you can jump cancel it, and it will cut the animation by about half. So gives him a faster one. Also, the risk versus reward in this game is also very, very good. So here's a character like Sonya here. And she's got like these obnoxious lows, like back three, very obnoxious, right? Back three. Well, when you block this, it's a full combo punish. Well, she can do the second hit. Aha! Tricked you. Second hit came out. And you block that, and she's dead as well. Or she's got like this low here. You block that. She's dead. She can say, oh, okay, well, I'll just do this if you try to punish me. And if you block that, she's dead. Her axe kick, she's dead. Axe kick into low, she's dead. Axe kick into double low, she's dead. So if you're gonna play this game and like, oh, I'm gonna mix up, am I gonna do one hit of the string or 2 hits or whatever it is, you're dead for any of them.
Yeah, that's the difference in fight games today. The biggest one is that everything that you would normally do for offense in the previous era, you would die for it because it would be so unsafe on block. So the risk for offense is you'll get punished like crazy. But if you're right, you obviously win or you get your advantage and stuff. But you got to basically make a mind game out of, are you going to finish the string or not finish the string, and is the opponent going to be ready for when you finish the string and try to punish you, or is their timing going to be off? That's why like playing online was annoying because players would just be using lag tactics with these strings, and it will be hard to punish them. And this was like universal to all games that were like this. But now the games are still built like this, but now all of that stuff for Sonya is plus on block, or it'll be safe. It'll be like, damn, I just blocked this string and it's still their turn. That's how every game. Look at Tekken 8. Tekken 8 is basically that. Oh, you blocked this and it's still my turn. I'm still like, you just gotta look at Asuka. Everything she does, she's challenging you and shit. But yeah,
And the damage you get is not even going to come close to the damage they get on the call out. So if you're going to play that game, you will lose every single time. She also has her overhead combo starter. It's very slow. Uh, Most people actually just kind of like fuzzy it a lot of times. They can just stay crouching as the lows are significantly faster than that. You
and that was the other thing. Like basically, what he just said, you would fuzzy guard to deal with the low string, and then just block overhead when you see it, or when, or in the timing where they would need to hit you, and you would avoid their whole game plan. So then they would have to just be solid and play like the poke game and stuff. But then that came down. That's another layer that other people can't play with. Some people need to be able to just mix you up all day because they can't play the solid poke timing spacing game, and that is what a lot has been erased in the newer games where they're like, yeah, now I don't need to even get past layer one because you just got to deal with layer one, and I force you to deal with layer one.
have to use kind of Taekwondo 3 to get them a fuzzying, and then you can use that. But again, you block that, and she's dead. And then she has this roll move. Now, moves like this in traditional NRS games are just fuck neutral moves, right? I'm just gonna get in for
Yeah,
free.
Kung Lao's 4-3 and MK9 was like that, but it was minus on block, and it didn't combo on anything, and it didn't. You couldn't even do 4-3 into anything, and it combo. You can block, so it was on you to just basically not respect it.
And then I'm a mix. No, no. If you block that, she's dead. Moves like this are made to be whiff punishers to get in. Not, oh, I'm just gonna throw it out for free and get in for free, and now you're gonna have to deal.
Yep, that's what moves are now today. That move would be a whiff punisher plus a plus on block get in tool, and people will be like, "Yeah, man, I'm so good. Look at me." And it's like, are you really good? It's like you're allowed as a human now to jump off a bridge with no like kind of bungee cord or nothing to stop you from hitting the floor, and then you hit the floor and you don't die. It's like living life on God mode. That's how these games are now. So now it's just like, well, you can do everything with no consequence, but these games you had consequence, and the make or break a great player, or how well you are able to play around those consequences.
Deal with me all up in here. Nope, that doesn't work in this game. That's what it's not designed for. All these normals, like this is one of the best normals in the game. It's safe, got good range, untechable knockdown.
See how he's talking about how all the scrubby shit is ass. All the scrubby shit now is the strategy to use and win with, because they buff the properties on all that stuff and the reward. And now you see how he's like, nope, you can't use this stuff. You got to instead play solid with these pokes. That is what fighting games had been for like 20 years, up until I want to say a little bit after MK9 came out. Or it might have started with around time MK9 came out, because like once they added, oh well, this special move has armor now when you spend meter on it to everything, and those moves were safe. I was like, man, this game is kind of scrubby. As much as people, think whatever, that's what I was thinking. I was like, this shit is scrubby. Like Sonya having a launching armor launcher basically with cartwheel, and then Kenshi having a plus on block push you across the screen move. It was like, what is Scarlet had a safe slide that went across the screen. I was like, dude, this is scrubby, because the thing, like, when you take away the risk and the hey, I might not shouldn't do this move because I can get punished for it, and it's just well, just do this. That's how. And it's funny because they think, oh well, if we make the game like this, there'll be more players. Not really. All you do is just change the landscape of, all right, let's say this. We got casual players and then you got competitive players, right? Competitive players also has its own tiers where you got top players, high level, all that shit, right? And within that, say let's just say you're a competitive player, we're going to start at average level. You know your combos, you know how to play your character, you might know some matchups or whatever, but you're not like beating anybody like hella good, but you're beating like all the beginners, anybody under your level, but on average players like y'all have good games and stuff. But something's holding you back. You might be too unsafe, you might be panicking too much. There's something wrong with your gameplay that doesn't that you haven't worked on to elevate to your next level. Well, now you don't even have to think about that. You're just like, I will just do these moves that don't it can't be whiff punished that easily, or they you gotta do these pokes or whatever that are plus on block and just keep rinse repeating and stuff and just all these type of moves. You don't have to basically dumb down your move list to win, because back then you had to dumb down your move list to win and only use the moves that were good, which is what he's explaining right now. So you are forced to play within the system of playing good, if y'all understand what I'm saying. Not to say that like the style to win now isn't playing good, because people are still playing good, but look at the moves that they're using and what they're able to do. Like some characters used to have bigger weaknesses, but it's like it's okay to have weaknesses, but let their strengths be that much more powerful. Don't cover their weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? To where they don't have weaknesses anymore. Like say somebody like Oscar, right? That bitch should not be doing them tracking ass, launching ass moves. If anything, what she was already good at should have just been buffed. More so. That's it. But then the Oscar player will still have to play around those issues. I'm just using her as an example because she's one of the characters that fit that bill.
So all of these moves in this game are made to. This is meant to be a game with well placed normals, not a game where you're just gonna bulldoze your way in safely and then safely ram out these stupid 50-50s. It's and even a modern NRS game, overhead. Oh, unsafe. Ha ha. Nope, it's actually safe. You didn't know about this cameo, bruh. Same thing with lows and throws. Everything combos. Everything can be made safe. Sometimes punishing is kind of like, why bother half the time, especially with the meta cameos. That is not the way this game is. This game is the risk versus reward. Uh, Actually works for this game. Now, obviously, there are some characters that do have a degree of safety, but they also have downsides. Like, let's go into those. Like, for example, there is something in this game called universal tracking. So, even though sidestepping is very good, there's a way to make moves universally tracked by holding up. Well, the problem solved, right? I mean, why sidestep when everything can universally track? Wrong. So you have like a character like Baraicho, whose standing jab in Drunken Fist is 2, but he also has a separate move up 2. So if you're holding up to do his jab, you're going to get that move, and you're not going to get his jab. You would have to, if you wanted to make a track, you'd have to sidestep, then tap the jab while holding neutral, and then immediately hold up for the rest of the string to kind of have him kind of follow you. But that will still cause the first hit to whiff and for you to get whiff punished. And so, even Reptiles, when he gets in close, he's got this obnoxious low with back 3 and his crab stance and this obnoxious overhead, or not overhead, it's a high, but we'll talk about that in a second. Highs hit you in transition to low block. We'll get into that in a second here. So you but it's a back 2 and a back 3. Well, you can't make them universally track, which allows you to sidestep a lot when fighting that character, which forces him out of that stance, which is a stance he's meant to just ram mix-ups down your throat, which still allows you to use superior spacing and footsies as opposed to like, oh, I'm just stuck there getting 50-50s rammed down my throat all day. Not really the case. So this game kind of balances that out accidentally by some of those moves not being able to universally track and some of those characters not having very good movement. So on to what I just said, highs hitting in transition. So not everyone in this game has like a Taekwondo 3 or a Scorpion Pigua 3. However, you have highs that will hit you in transition to low block. Now this actually works out in your favor. This game doesn't necessarily have the most devastating and obnoxious lows, or a couple of characters that have some good ones, but overall, lows are kind of an annoyance, but they're not going to kill you for the most part. However, in trying to block them, you are going to get hit by the jab in transition. So it actually works as a good mid up close when people are just trying to kind of ducking and stuff, whereas a jab can actually work as a mid because it catches you in the transition. And it actually takes characters with good highs and not the best mids and makes those highs into an equivalent of good mids. Of course, you can always just be crouching when they go over your head and whiff punish and stuff like that, but you just can't, it'll hit you in transition. Now, also, what's to stop characters from ramming out like these branches? Like every character has a branch combo where they can transition from one stance to stance 2, or you can go through all 3. You can also, like I said, from stance 1 to stance 2, stance 2 to stance 3. So, but you can't go to 3.
That's really smooth, but I don't like how they just pull that
branch,
shit out of their ass and
can't
then
go
they
from
just got the
3
weapon
to
there.
1. You can go from 1 to 2, 2 to 3,
Like,
not from 3 to 1.
where is it at?
Now, some of these
Where's
branches,
it at right now? Where the fucking sticks at? I want to see them.
From just ramming out their branch, and there are certain characters that can
what's up, BCDC?
points
What's up,
and
Pink
make them
Dolphin?
safe. So what's to stop a character with like a fast jab from coming in, ramming out this string, and then getting to a safe point and then backdashing away? That's because almost every string in this game can be interrupted after the second hit. So 2 hits, they can't block, and if they try to finish the string, they're going to get interrupted. So most, not all, but most of these situations are a free interrupt. Now there are some characters that don't do the best at interrupting, which again is an accidental balance because these characters a lot of them happen to be very good. So some of them is an accidental balance, whereas you have the fast jabbers that are very good at interrupting and punishing. So some characters that are very good are not the best punishers, not the best interrupters, and you have some characters who aren't the best, but they're very good punishers.
And this game ain't all down one, down one, down one, down one,
down one. It's an accidental kind of balancing tool, which a lot of this game is kind of accidental. I think that makes kind of the best fighting games where happy accidents all kind of come together. All right, so there's so much more I can go into.
A lot of rocks.
Let's briefly just touch on the combos here. So also, like, Sonya, she's got this like kiss, right? Look at this kind of like the range of this move here. So while you're kind of spacing out, you're going to use this kiss here. So it's just, again, everything screams like footsies here. So there's also power-ups in this game.
What is footsies? You got to use broad terms, Tom. You got to say it's spacing, timing, and reactions.
And of course the hit would miss there. The hit would miss. All right, so again, now power-ups also, you can't just ram out. I'll best on one more thing. So things like power-ups and life-ups. What's to stop someone from abusing a life-up over and over again and just getting life back? They do considerably less life, and after I think a little more than a handful, you then gain no life back. Power-ups have a cooldown, so you can do a power-up, but then you can't do another power-up for several seconds until the internal cooldown runs out. This stops you from constantly hitting somebody and powering up, hitting somebody and powering up, so on and so forth. So, like Sonya can do her kiss here. Her power-up is in her Kempo stance. And then I don't know why that whipped down Scorpion there, but things like that. And she can also do it in her Taekwondo stance. I'll see if I can even hit this combo. I'll probably miss it, but her Taekwondo 2.
Why
You
he
see how he
fall
hit
on
the
the ground
ground
like
there?
that?
If he hits the ground, not guaranteed. It has to, you can't have him actually hit the
Like he
ground.
jumps off his butt.
See if I can get this for you guys. I haven't done this in many, many years. You actually kind of have to time it, so. There we go.
Power up shit is goofy.
And this allows Sonya to, again, like, just very, very good character. So the combos are kind of cool, kind of creative in this game. So it's got cool, fun, creative combos, and it just has a lot that's really good in this game, you know. I just wanted to kind of share a couple things about this game. I have streamed it last couple of days here. Obviously, I know no one's going to get into this game. It's old. It's difficult to. I mean, it's not. I mean, it is accessible. You can get like Dolphin or something like that and play people online with it. But it's not something like, you know, download on Steam or something like Legacy Collection. Hopefully, they put this game online in, you know, in like a Legacy Collection 2, if that ever happens, which it probably won't. But I just wanted to share some thoughts on this game. My favorite Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. Thank all of you for watching. I really appreciate all the support.
Appreciate all support. Let me load this Skeet Fighter 6. He said, "What about Deception?" What you say about Deception? Deception's got the best like story mode thing, single player stuff. Doom doom. That ogre thing. I don't know why they did anything of what they was doing. Let me go to the lobby. Get in there. No, I didn't play Sim in 4. I've only played Sim at the end of 5 and 6.